Hello, my name is Derek from Tomcat Gas Training and welcome to this video all about this product. Now this video is about this Condensate Pro kit. So I'd just like to thank David and the guys from Condensate Pro for giving me all this stuff for free. They're not sponsoring this video, but they did give me these products for free, and I'd just like to thank Wayne Burgess for arranging it all for me. Now Wayne's having a few issues at the moment, and all at Tomcat wish him well and hope he gets himself sorted out pretty damn soon. So good luck, Wayne. So without further ado, waffling and messing around, let's get on with this video. Now you might be wondering, what is Condensate Pro? Well, basically what Condensate Pro is a system which allows gas engineers to install the condensate from boilers correctly to the manufacturer's instructions and the building regs and also the British standards. So let's find out exactly what you do get in this set from Condensate Pro. So come on then, let's get on with it. Let's find out exactly what we get in these boxes. Let's start off with this grinding head. Now to buy this grinding head will cost you £69.99 plus VAT. Okay, and what you get for that is this. So what the grinding head's going to do is, if you've got an uneven surface, you can actually attach that to your drill and you can grind the surface flat so the pipe snug, which we'll have a look in a minute, fits perfectly. So that's designed just for the pipe snug. Like I say, we'll have a look at that in a minute. So that's the grinding head. Next thing we're going to look at is this, and this is what they call the drift kit. So this will cost you £35.99 plus VAT. And what we get inside is a bar with a Allen head screw in there, which attaches these little implements which we're going to be using soon. So that goes onto there, and that screw goes into there. That holds it in position, and then that slides into your core bit. And what it does is it centralizes your core bit in different situations. Again, we'll look a bit more closely at it when we're actually using it, but you get the size, so it's 19mm for going inside overflow. That's for going inside 32mm, and that's for going inside 40mm. And you also get the Allen key to be able to tighten up that. So very good piece of kit this, and we're going to be using this one to get us through the wall. So that is what they call the drift kit. Next thing we're looking at is this connection kit. This connection kit will cost you $19.99 plus VAT, and you will use it 99.99% of the time when you're doing this installation, because this is the starting part of the installation. So in the box you get one 2-inch waist clip, so it's just a standard waist clip. This is what they call the pipe snug, and this is what the grinding head grinds out for. So this will fit flush to the wall on a dodgy surface. You get this pre-made bend. So this is all pre-made for you. The pipe snug snugly fits on the end of there like that. And then that's what goes into the wall, and it sits in the wall like that. So we need to grind out for that as well. And then the last thing in the box, you get a spacer for the clip. So when you clip your clip on to the insulation, it actually doesn't finish flush. So you then use these bits of plastic then for your screws. You need extra long screws, and it spaces it off the wall for you. So that's what you actually get for your $19.99 in the connection kit. Next thing is termination kit. Again, the termination kit will cost you £15.99 plus VAT if you want one. And what this basically has inside is another 2-inch waist clip, another spacer bar, and this time we have 2 offsets. So this allows you to either come from a soil stack, so the distance from there, centre of there to the centre of there, allows you to come off the wall from a soil stack. I'll show you on the soil stack in a minute. And it also allows you to go down to a grid. So it comes in 2 sections, so you can set it to whichever angle you like. Now, one of the things you can do with this, instead of using the actual glue, the solvent weld glue to stick them, you can actually, I believe, use this stuff to glue these 2 sections together. And what it allows you to do is, if this freezes, because this is one of the common places for it to freeze, you or the customer can just break the joint, because it will be waterproof, get rid of the frozen water, and then you'll stick it back together again with the glue you got left. And I believe you can also do that on sockets. So the bottom of the socket has to be glued with the solvent weld, but the top of the socket can be glued with this stuff, and again, which allows you to pull the pipes apart. But like I say, the bottom has to be glued to make it waterproof, otherwise it won't be waterproof. So that's the termination kit. Now, as I was saying, the termination kit, one of the other good things it's used for, this is your soil stack with the standard clips. This allows you to put the pipe and go exactly in the centre of the soil stack and get the right distance from the wall. It's already pre-done for you. Obviously, if your stack was closer to the wall, you could actually slope it further up. You wouldn't want to be sloping it down because water don't run uphill, it runs downhill. So you have got some little bits of adjustment there with this. So that's one of the uses for it. And the final uses for this is you could use it to offset into a grid like that, or you could even use it to offset around another pipe. So that's the uses for this termination kit. Now, last thing in the set we need to look at is the insulation itself. So this will cost you £19.99 plus the VAT for 3 1-metre lengths of insulation. So inside you get the 3 lengths of just standard well, this special insulation with this special coating on, and different from other insulations, there is no split in this insulation. You're supposed to slide it on the pipe before you glue it all together. And that's one of the things what stops the pipes from freezing, because there's no split to open and allow the chilled air to go through. So don't split it, because that's how it's designed. That's the insulation. Now, Condensate Pro have pretty much thought of everything. You can even buy the coating on the lagging in a tin. So this 250ml tin will cost you about a tenner, and they call it the maintenance coat, and either you or your customer can apply it when and where it's needed. They've also made it water based, so when you got it all over yourself and all over your brush, it can easily be cleaned off. The only other stuff you need to complete this job is obviously the tools and the PPE equipment. You'll need to get yourself some solvent weld glue or cement. You'll need to buy yourself some more clips, and I've got the extra standy off clips, so hopefully I don't need to use the spacer bars. and obviously pipe and fittings. You'll need that. So that's all the equipment we need. That's what you get in these boxes. So let's stop messing around and let's get on with this install. Now this is the job we're going to be replacing. So this is what has been protecting my condensate pipe since the boiler was installed about 7 years ago. So not done too bad, the lagging on this one. So first thing I need to do is let's get the old lagging removed and have a look at the pipe work. So what we've got here is 32mm push fit pipe, but we need to replace it with solvent weld pipe because the Condensate Pro is actually made of solvent weld pipe. So let's get this ripped out then. So that's the whole pipe work removed. We just need to sort this out on the inside, and then I'll show you the grinding head and how we're going to make this surface flat. Now just cut the condensate pipe from the boiler inside the cupboard, because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this here, and I'm going to use this overflow pipe as a guide for coring through. I'm also going to use it as a guide for the grinding the face flat as well. Okay, so that's the next stage, is to use the grinder and grind this face flat because it's an uneven surface. So let's have a look at that. Now before we do any work, obviously we need the right PPE, so we're going to need my ear defenders. I've got my safety specs, and also we've got this, or I'll have to put my mask on first, won't I? Now that's a good thing about this pandemic, we've always got a mask in our pocket. So we're now ready to do the first bit of drilling. Now I've got this drill off hammer because it's just going to grind this wall off, so we don't want it on hammer. And I literally can't see a thing. So that's ground the render away for us, so the pipe snug will now fit flush against the wall. Now next thing we need to do is, I put the drift kit actually on this bar and put it into this 52mm core bit. Now our house has got no cavity, it's solid walls, it's actually two sets of bricks right next to each other. So technically we could actually leave the condensate pipe going straight through the wall because it's not going to be frozen by the cavity because we don't have one. There is also some boilers which allow you to basically connect on to the overflow. So let me show you. Now, technically what I could do is I could use my 52mm core bit and just core into the wall just a bit longer than the pipe snug. And then I can get this reducer, put it into there, put that onto there, and then that would go into the wall. And then that would be sitting flush inside the wall. That's what I could do technically, but what I am going to do is I'm going to core all the way through, and I'm going to be connected onto here with the 32mm pipe and take it all the way through into where the boiler is in the cupboard, just for this purposes. So if you want to check your manufacturer's instructions for your boiler to see whether you can do that with the 90mm overflow pipe, or whether you have to take 32mm through the wall, it's to do with the manufacturer of the boiler. So let's get this hole cored. So when you're using a core and a core drill, make sure you're wearing the right PPE equipment, and make sure the drill that you're using has a clutch on it. So if you don't have a clutch on your drill, if it snags, it will spin round and snap both your wrists. You have been warned. Now let's see if I've cored deep enough for the pipe snug to be able to fit into there. Now let's see if the pipe snug actually fits in the hole we just cored. And yep, fits like a dream. So I've changed the core bit now for a 38mm one, and I'm going to core right the way through. Hopefully it's through. Let's go and have a look. So as you can see, it's made a perfect hole right where we want it. Now, I've cored through now, that's all good. What I'm going to do is, this piece of 32mm, I'm going to glue that into there, okay? So I'm just going to get my solvent weld. Glue onto there, glue inside there, push it in, twist it, leave it for a few seconds. Could do with a cloth to wipe off the excess. There's one over there. Now I've wiped off the excess, that should just push right through, and the pipe snug should fit snugly into the wall. Now I'll do it later and I'll show you later, but what we've got to do now is we've got to put the bonding glue around there, but we'll do that once we're all connected. So I've got to put a socket on there and now get the pipe to the grid. That's the first bit done, and the job is almost complete. Last thing I need to do is I need to use this bond and seal around all the joints. So this has already got bond and seal on it, but I need to do it down the bottom there, here. So that's what we're going to be using. Now all we've got to do is get some good strong scissors and cut an angle on the end, and now we can squeeze the tube and hopefully this stuff is going to come out. And there it is. Mind you, I think I might make the hole a bit bigger because it's taking forever to come out, and it's finally there. It's as tough as old boots and it's not gone off, but my word. So got to use this stuff around here, so let's get on with that. Now what I've had to do is I've had to cut the end off like that because I couldn't get it out of the tube. It's ridiculous. So I don't know whether this is going off or not, but it's like really rubbery, and it makes quite a nice finish when it's going off. Just get a wet finger and wipe it round. It gives a great finish. One of the things I have found is if you get these toilet cleaning wipes, brings off the bond and seal really easy. It does get a bit messy, but cleaning it off with that's great. And then while your finger's wet, just run it around and it makes a great finish. But put in the comments down below if you've had any problems with this bond and seal stuff, or guys from Condensate Pro, is it supposed to be this tough? Because it's a nightmare trying to get it out of that nozzle. Anyway, little things. But actually when you get it on, it's brilliant stuff. Really is good stuff. So that's the things I've found out. Now another thing I've done as well is where the joint is, I'm putting a clip. So I've got my clip and it's going right where the joint is. So that covers up your joint anyway. So always try and use the clips to cover your joints up. But it don't look that bad once you get it on there. So that's all done now. Just got to get the inside done now before it goes dark. Now last thing I've got to do is connect from here into the boiler. So I've got a white socket and I purposely brought the pipe through in white so it looks a little bit nicer. The first thing I need to do is glue up my reducer. And inside the socket, slide it in, wipe off the excess, Now I can glue that onto the pipe. Again, wipe off the excess. All marked up now and ready to cut. I can now take these out and cut them to length. And I can now glue it all up. Wipe off the excess. And we're done. Now it's all finished, and I did find out that there was a big section of rubber stuff in the middle of the tube, so that's why it was never coming out of the nozzle. So I guess the other one I cut open is the same, but I don't know whether that's just because it's old stuff what I got sent. Now, what do I think of this product? Well, it's the future. This covers us for the building regs, stops condensate pipes freezing. We got to be doing it. It's a bit fiddly when you're doing the gluing up at the end, pulling the insulation back and gluing it, and this stuff was rock hard as we found, but this was probably the only bit I didn't like, but the rest of it, it's amazing. Now only time will tell whether it's going to stop my pipe from freezing. For the 7 years we had the old system on, we had no problems with condensate freezing at all. Not once, even when we had the beast from the east and the beast from the west and whatever else we had, it still didn't freeze. But great bit of kit, and we need to start using it. If you've enjoyed this video, why don't you give me that thumbs up, or leave a constructive comment down below. If you're not subscribed to our channel, then please subscribe because it helps, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because we release videos mainly on Mondays and Wednesdays. All I've got left to say is thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Cheers.